with a night edition of Shreveport, Louisiana. I don't know who's going to join us overnight, but as always, I will wait about 5 minutes, see if anybody wants to join. I figured I'd flip this on just because we heard some people screaming in the distance, and that might be kind of fun. But again, not happened. We'll wait a solid 10 minutes, see if anybody wants to join. It looks like we got 1 like but 0 views. So we are checking out Shreveport, Louisiana at nighttime. There's some interesting areas here. We'll check out, there's this weird, interesting homeless encampment beyond the church. So I figured we'll kind of do a dicey midnight walk. It's not actually midnight, it's about 11 o'clock. Let me know if I'm shaking the camera too much. It's a little cold, so I just had to get used to the cold. But yeah, I figured we'd check out an abandoned city later on at night. See if we meet any characters. See what we can get ourselves into. So as you can see, Shreveport is kind of poorly lit at night. This is the downtown. Figure out where the dog wants to go. We heard some people screaming, so figured we'll check out that scene. But really, I'm just following the dog to see what's up. Fortunately, he's kind of going away from the action. But even at nighttime, Shreveport's kind of interesting to look at. You see some of the old buildings here. Again, this is a city where there are a lot of abandoned buildings, so there are not too many people on the street at the moment. But if there are, we'll make sure to meet them and say hello. But we're in Shreveport, Louisiana, a city that's probably seen better days, losing population, although they're not doing nearly as bad as some other cities that are nearby it. We checked out Jackson earlier on, and that was a little worse for wear than Shreveport, although Shreveport is certainly not doing well. But figured we'd do a nighttime walk, try to meet some of the interesting characters here. You'll find a few, although I don't know if the dog is heading in the right direction or not. But hey, we got a little community, 4 people watching. Feel free to weigh in, say hello, get the conversation going. But yeah, I just decided to go live. I heard somebody screaming. Dog's been interested in it, so I want to try to meet some characters. And when I was walking with the dog the other day, we found this entire tent city that was behind a church. So I want to try to check out that tent city and kind of guide the dog towards the church. It's certainly, once the dog found the church, it's certainly his favorite place to go, because it's a whole tent city that's surrounded by nature. So he kind of got a kick out of that. You can go from these buildings, if you can see any of the buildings over here, right into the woods with a bunch of homeless people. So we're going to try to find that, guide the dog in the right way. Are you looking for some tail? Not at this moment, no. I don't think there's really good quality tail here. I don't want to get an STD, but next time. Thank you for the offer. I appreciate it. No, we're just walking around. I'm kind of a night owl. She ain't got no job, ain't got shit to do. So we're just walking around at 11 night. But thank you, Ganja King B, for weighing in. And right now you're just watching my dog piss. Hopefully at least you get off on it, if nothing else. Hey, but we're just following him around, and I'm going to try to show you guys some interesting spots. And even try to meet some characters if I can. But hey, we got 13 people watching, not a bad audience. Figured a late night walk would be interesting. But again, guys, we're in Shreveport. Offer, blah, LOL, nah, bro. I guess you're not offering me anything. Well, thanks. Thanks for nothing, asshole. Appreciate it. So where do you want to go? So the dog kind of leads the way. He decides where he wants to go. But I want to try to show you guys some interesting spots if I can. So this is by the tracks in Shreveport. This was once a bustling downtown with a lot of activity going on, and now it's all empty, but you used to be able to see buildings across the street. But Shreveport, I think, lost about 30% of its population within the last 30 years. So like this beautiful building that we just saw is now pretty much abandoned at this point. Is all the stray dogs nice to you late at night? Yeah, well, that's actually my dog, though. He used to be a stray. I picked him up in Mexico on the street. But since then, he has been to over 20 states in the U.S. with me, and I found him in Mexico. He's been to about 15 states in Mexico and 6 provinces in Canada with me. So we're going to try to go to a more interesting neck of the woods. Sometimes the dog doesn't go anywhere interesting. Kind of pisses me off. But hopefully we'll loop around and see some stuff. But hey, we got 20 people just watching me being an asshole, watching my dog acting like an asshole. Ain't got shit to do. But if you guys want to weigh in the chat, we're trying to find some interesting areas. The dog's being a dick. He's going further away from the city and more into the interstate, which is less interesting. Although I think there's some people who live under the underpass. So maybe we'll be able to find some characters. I got a little bit of cash too. Try to do some interviews if I meet anybody. But hopefully we'll hang a left and then get closer to town. Although this is an interesting area too. This avenue is the dividing line between downtown and the Highland neighborhood. And the Highland neighborhood, I think, was once like a historically black, pretty industrious neighborhood. It's run down at this point. Although there's still tons of beautiful homes. Well, it's a mix. It's a mix of middle class rundown, variety of different things. Hey, what up? Vada. Is that Vada from Chicago or a different Vada? Hello, nonetheless. Thank you for following me. I don't know how much of a point this live stream is, because the dog is not going anywhere interesting, and I'm trying to go back towards the center of town. But maybe we'll find something cool. But thank you for joining me. And hey, we've got 8 people. We lost everybody. Unsurprising, because he's completely going the wrong direction. And I'm going to yell at him to go in the right direction. Hey, come on. I don't want to go in this direction. God damn it. Hey, I remember you. Good, thank you. We're just walking around. I'm in Shreveport, Louisiana. So I've made it quite a bit of a distance from where I last was. And I just wanted to do a late night live stream only because downtown is so interesting at night. But unfortunately, the dog is wandering away from there. But we're getting it back on track. How's your night going? Hey, come. So this is just a random walk with my dog. I have these random live streams. And I kind of just let the dog walk where he wants to go. And he'll kind of lead the way. But he was kind of going out of downtown, and we're trying to loop back into downtown. But hey, thanks again for your support. I appreciate it. So here we'll get a little closer to the main stretch, so we'll see some more interesting things. This might be sort of where the homeless encampment is, if I'm not mistaken. If you guys can see anything, I don't know if you can see shit. That's another problem. Kind of see the skyline a little bit. But you'll be able to see a little, there are a little more lights up ahead. So you'll be able to see a little more. But yeah, this is I'm experimenting with this. This is my first ever night walk. So seeing if there's an audience or any interest in it. And most of the time, all my walks have been during the day. So I figured it'd be fun to do one at nighttime and try to meet some interesting characters. Although again, my dog has gone in the wrong direction, but we're trying to get him back on track. So yeah, again, we're in Shreveport. I don't know if you see the little church in the distance. That's kind of cool. Those are casinos in the distance as well. And we'll try to head in the direction of the casinos. So again, we could I'm trying to look to meet some people. Although my dog's kind of being an asshole right now. But yeah, this is kind of what I randomly do with my dog. I'll just let the dog lead the way and walk where he wants to walk. So I figured if I'm going to be wasting time doing this, why not live stream it anyway? So we're in Shreveport, Louisiana. Interesting neck of the woods. Last night here, and then I'm going somewhere else. But yeah, a lot of interesting empty alleyways. And there's a cat. I don't think the dog can see it though, or else he'd be chasing. Oh, he sees it. Dog sees a cat. That's another thing. He likes walking around here because there are a lot of stray cats, which I probably shouldn't let him chase it. But yeah, he's off like a rocket. Oh shit, though. Is the train coming? Train stopping. Oh shit. The dog just ran across the track. There's a train. Shit. Sorry, train stopped. Hey, don't do that. You gotta wait. Don't get yourself killed. You can cross now. You're fine. So I got nervous for a second because the dog just ran across this. And I heard the train, but I think the dog is smart enough not to run in the middle of it. But it's cool. It's kind of interesting. You get this old kind of South feel with the freight train in the distance. I'm gonna try to again show you some interesting spots if I can. Hi. Aesthetic arm link. Aesthetic arm link. Is that like the new shake weight? I'm excited. Aesthetic arm link. Say that 5 times fast. Aesthetic arm link. Aesthetic. I can't even do it. Hello. Thank you for joining me. I don't even know why anybody's still here. I've given you nothing of any value whatsoever, but thank you for your support. And the dog appreciates it. The dog doesn't give a shit. He doesn't give a shit what you do, but I do, because I'm trying to exploit him and make money off of him. Very dangerous place. Not sure you know that. Yes, Shreveport is dangerous. That is the whole point of walking around at night, is to be in the middle of the danger. And everybody says all these cities are dangerous. If you walk around downtown, you're going to run into somebody trying to shoot you or mug you. But in reality, these cities that have high murder rates or dangerous reputations are actually just kind of quiet at nighttime and empty. So that is a bit of a myth. You could walk in the middle of the downtown of the most dangerous city in the U.S., and chances are it'll be like this. You won't really see anybody, or you see a handful of people, but you're not necessarily going to get robbed, and mostly it's just going to be empty. So that's kind of the reality of walking. So Shreveport, I think Shreveport is like the 10th most violent city in the U.S., give or take. So it certainly has its reputation, and its homicide numbers have gone up. So it's certainly not a city it's slowly heading in the right direction, but it's taking a long time. Speaking of which, love your city. We got this gentleman here. He's got a nice snore. I like it. Dude, I wish I could snore like that. It's a beautiful thing. I don't want to wake him though. Sleeping angel. See, here's the annoying thing though. So right now, there's like this homeless dude sleeping. If my dog notices him, he'll want to lick him in the face, which is annoying. Well, he might do that. That's the thing with homeless people. Like, they're always sitting down. They're only the people that he sees sitting down on the sidewalk. So he thinks that's an open invitation. Got tongue-tied. That's an open invitation to sit in their lap and knock away their needles. It's not nice. We need our needles. Dodge goose to see ya, buddy. Watching Utology videos of you taking down Ephesus with your fantastic dance moves. Thank you. And I know what you meant to say, and I appreciate that. And thank you for your support. I appreciate that. Nice to have you. I made some good connections in Chicago, so nice to hear from you again. So we're walking around downtown Shreveport. We got some people watching. Late night vibe. Good, I'm old and blind, LOL. I figured it might have been voice to text or something like that, but I do remember you, and thank you for continuing to support me. Now this is the biggest hey. I gotta give this guy like $3. It's my dog's endless hey. See, I'm slowly like trying to train my dog not to wake up homeless people, and I feel like that's a unique thing. Like, how many dog owners have to specifically train their dog to not wake homeless people up? But that's one of the things that we're working on. I don't think they teach you that at doggy school. Hey Dodge, what's up? Don Gloves RNSP. Love it. Gotta love my SPs. How you doing? We're not doing shit right now. We're just walking around Shreveport, Louisiana late at night. It has a reputation for being one of the most dangerous cities in the US, but it's actually pretty pleasant. The dog loves it because he loves all the abandoned buildings and open space. So guys, just if you want to take a look at some of the buildings, some of the architecture. So still some beautiful buildings. This is still in use. This is the big, kind of the skyscraper of Shreveport, the AT&T building. But the local Union building, that's shuttered, that's gone. Dog could be a good rescue dog. Yeah, he is doing witness checks. That's one way to put it. So a fair amount of beautiful buildings with some beautiful detail and architecture, but most of them are kaput. And again, guys, I'm trying to show you the weird little hidden corners, which I think we'll get to in a block or two, where there is a homeless encampment that's kind of fun to look at, fun to explore. But yeah, beautiful building. Although it looks like they're actually doing something with this building, which is cool. They got the little star in the window. Looks like they're actually doing some construction. So again, in Shreveport, more unlike in other cities that are nearby, like Jackson, which has even more abandoned buildings, at least they're fixing up a lot of their abandoned architecture. Watching from Vancouver Island, BC. Very cool. I've been all around BC. I've been to Houston, BC, but I never knew if they pronounced it Houston or Houston. And I've been to Terrace, and I've been to Vancouver, of course, and Kamloops, and Kelowna, and Prince George, and Prince Albert. That might have been Saskatchewan, and Prince Rupert. So many princes in BC. Tofino. I never knew how to pronounce that one either, but I know what you're talking about. That's on the little island outside of Vancouver, which you can take the ferry to. So it's close to visiting, but I've never visited. So this is an interesting scene in Shreveport. We're looking at a big police presence, and something is definitely happening. So I figured if we walk around long enough, we'd kind of see something wild going on, and I figured let's get in the fray and cross the street. I don't know if you can see the police cars yet, but this is kind of interesting. I don't know if you can see the street or not. I'm an hour from Tofino. You said it right. Cool. Easier said than done. But I even said it right. So take a look at what's happening here. Texas, very cool. Well, welcome. We're a neighbor in Louisiana. We're only about 2.5 hours from Dallas. The ends of the southeast is Shreveport. So yeah, you got stuff happening in Shreveport. You got the police hanging out. Oh shit! I hope everyone's all right. So you do see some seeds. Interesting tour of the city. Some interesting stuff. $12:11. So yes, I think there's a same time. We're both in Central Time. So Central Time begins when you cross the river, I believe, from Georgia to Alabama. So I've been on your time for a while. I started in New York. Can you yell at the PD like? You know, I don't know. Check out my YouTube video where I think Scientology got me arrested, and then I'll explain to you why that would make me a little on the nervous side. But that was an interesting scene to see. I know there's some people out in the park, which I worked with the organization that helped design the park. By the way, this is where I'm staying, or next door. This is the headquarters of the Shreveport Regional Arts Council, and I interned for the mayor. My family helped support a big renovation of downtown. So this used to be a fire station that was built in 1920 and was deactivated about 25 years ago, and now it's the head of the arts headquarters. So right now, well, first my dog wants to chase my shoe. What do you want to do? See you salivating. That's one of the weird things my dog does, chases my shoe. So here's something kind of cool. They have a giant Dalmatian, and they call him Art the Dalmatian. It's 10:12. JK, just keep walking. The dog doing homeless body counts arts tour. Amen. We all need that in our lives. Well, can it be different times in different places in Texas? It can be. I lived in El Paso for 2 months. I know El Paso is a different time than Longview or Dallas. I can tell you that. This is again where we're staying. I'm trying to get them to go more out, only because we've got a little bit of an audience. May as well enjoy them. And again, show you some interesting spots. So this is where I'm staying. They've converted it. They converted this former fire station into an Airbnb, although the bedroom's on the very top floor. So it's a bit of a schlep to get up there, but still very cool. where the statue's LRH man, arms man? Good question. I don't even know. Well, we're going to take a look at some other interesting areas. I wish there were LRH, right? That should have been a statue of LRH. You're right. I'm gonna change that because his words will forever reverberate unto mankind the rest of my life. Amen. Hey. Any history about the dog statue? Yes. Well, I was explaining. I was just telling the history. It's the entire history of the dog statue, but I will tell it again. So, yeah, the dog statue, it's a statue built by the Shreveport Regional Arts Council. And this was once the fire station. And the Arts Council, wanting to revitalize downtown, decided to renovate the building, and the statue is in homage to the Dalmatian, obviously, that the firefighters use, and his name is Art the Dalmatian. So this Dalmatian statue was built probably only about 2 or 3 years ago, not too long ago. So now we're gonna go into this wacky church. We're trying to look at where the wacky church is because there's a whole scene behind it, and that's kind of that's the whole reason I'm here, guys. That's what I want to show you. But who knows if we'll even get there together. So I don't know where the hell the dog's going now. But yes, that is the history. That's the entire history of the Dalmatian statue. So thank you to the firefighter lights. You can see some cool murals here. Again, pretty abandoned this side. This is again a fire, something bad happening. So something's always going on at midnight here. Shreveport's almost kind of on a hill. It's kind of cool. It's like you're walking up. Okay. Which church do I want to go to? This one. I'm trying to remember which is the church that has the whole colony. Don't think it's that one. I think it's this one. Okay. So now we're going on the strip where we have a little park. Yes, and here's the church I've been talking about the whole time. To see if, because there's some people that live over there. First, we'll take a look at the park that's next to the church, or diagonal to it. And this is cool. This is kind of a Buddhist resident, a Vietnamese resident, I think, like started the Asian gardens. And so you see little statues of elephants. And it's kind of like a little Buddhist shrine in the middle of Shreveport. Kind of cool. Hey, I want to go this way. Hey. I have to guide them because I want to go somewhere very specific. Nobody's out. Yesterday there were more people out, although yesterday is much warmer than it is tonight. So maybe it's because it's colder, less people are out. But they're trying to revitalize a lot of the buildings here. This is kind of an empty row of abandoned buildings, although they've since converted one of them into a pretty nice salon or something like that with an apartment attached to it. So they did actually manage, and that didn't exist about 2 years ago, so they did manage to convert. So you can see all these buildings are in disarray except for one. Of course, you have the Black Lives Matter and advocacy over there. And then this one, I think, is actually legit. See 844 Texas. Dog just saw a cat, I think. He's running. Do run. And so this is defunct. Oh, shit. Jesus Christ. Oh, Lord. I don't know if you saw all that. Dog just saw a stray cat. Build it and they will come. That's the hope. You know, it has a lot of stuff going against it. A lot of these cities in the northern part of the Deep South, really, they don't have a lot, they're not near colleges or big cities. And so they have an unlucky break of not getting, not being Charlotte or Atlanta or Richmond, Virginia, or a lot of those cities in the South that are doing quite well. They're just far enough away from everything where they don't have a healthcare industry, or a little bit at LSU. But it's tough, so there's a lot of abandoned buildings, population loss. Although we were taking a look at a lot of these abandoned buildings, at least this one, this is new. This is a little cardio spot, so that's kind of cool. And this is the pretty apartment building I was talking about. So they've gussied it up, and it looks kind of nice. So there is hope. It's like at least there's some people doing some, and the people, I know the people actually that are doing some work. But it's harder, have a mayor that's as supportive. And then it's just the reality of, you can make a city beautiful and make it downtown walkable, but it's going to be hard to get a business if there's no people walking around, because there's no industry or there's no reason to go. And so it's kind of this vicious cycle. But this is, if you see the church up ahead, that's the church I was talking about. And we'll take a look at, it might be too dark to see some of the encampments, but who knows. What happened? My dog just started chasing a cat. That's what happened. Wasn't very nice of the dog. But yeah, there's like a whole scene behind this church. People who live here. And it's kind of too fascinating not to watch. That's why I want to walk over and live stream originally with you guys. Take a look at this. Dog knows the area well. Now that we're near it, he knows. Because he's excited because there's like a big patch of nature behind this church and some people who live there. But it's a whole like intricate trail system. It's interesting. And it's a good example of, some people talk about the tent cities, how they do it. And some aren't, that intrusive. And it's like you have to watch to get to the whole area where they live. You have to cut through this. So right now you wouldn't notice anything. Well, I'm too scared in the dark to walk around downtown. Hey, we're also going to go to San Antonio. That's funny. That's where you live. We will also do the river walk and walk around downtown. San Antonio will probably be in San Antonio in about 2 weeks, a week or two, which I've walked around downtown San Antonio once. Tried to buy weed. They sold me the case spice. It made me a little crazy for one night. That was wild. But yeah, I don't blame you. So yeah, it's like this intricate thing. And I'm not gonna be super loud, only because like people live here and shit. And this is it. Well, this is it. So forgive me if I'm a little more quiet. But it's a whole thing. You'll see. So like right here is, they got an actual water supply, so people are like chilling the water. And I get nervous about my dog over here. Hey. Okay. All right. Yeah, so you got a trailer back. Yeah, it's all back here. Well, part of it is. Let's see what we can see, though. I don't know if you can see much. Oh, you can't see shit. Yeah, I'm trying to get the light on. Is there a way to turn the light on? Oh, it's right here. Cool. So, all right, so the light's on. So you can see the tents. So that's part of it. I don't know how much you guys saw, but there was that. There's a bunch of tents back there. I think there are people like actually sleeping, so that's why I want to be pretty quiet. We'll take a look at what's back here too. This is, I don't know what it is. It's church property, so I think that's why homeless people are here, because they're allowed to camp on it. So this is in the back of a church. And then there, I don't know if there's much here though. In the back there was. Last time there was a fire, which is a bummer we don't see it this time. We did see a little bit of the tent, although you could barely see it with the light, but you saw something. Oh shit, I just tripped. You just saw some of the canisters. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. There's and a little more back here. So yeah, kind of cool. So yeah, it's interesting. People out there. So yeah, people cook here, do their thing. They got their little sitting area. We can go back if you want. Vacuum. Radio. Tinfoil. So yeah, that was the scene, and now we'll probably exit more away from the camp. But yeah, I thought I'd give you a little tour. Sometimes you'll see more. Sometimes you'll see people. I was hoping to see somebody, but I think everybody's asleep at this point. Especially because today it's cold. And it's a bummer because last night I was walking around, they were doing a fire. And this time they are not. But I figured it'd be interesting for you guys to take a look at. And how intricate that was. You have to go through that church with this, because all this area back here, I think, is still pretty fenced off. Big open field. And that's why the dog loves walking around here, because for him it's just a mess of random shit and random weird corners you could turn with nobody bothering you. So the dog is a fan of this. This is kind of what we stumble upon if we just continue walking in this path. Abandoned building right here. And if you want to keep on walking, you could probably walk down this way. Take our little nature walk. Looks like Jeepers Creepers. It does. It's weird, isn't it? So this is an old abandoned grocery store. $1997. Member, 1997. Chamber of Commerce, 1996, 1997. So, way defunct what this used to be. So I'll go where the dog wants to go. I think he probably wants to continue down that same path. Maybe not. There's this interesting building over here too. We'll go down this path. Shit, why not? But yeah, man, San Antonio, you're not far away from where I am. You're probably 9 hours, 8 or 9 hours. But we'll come see you in San Antonio as well. Yeah, that downtown gets dicey too in a different way. But yeah, all this might have been, I don't know what the hell this was. This is kind of cool. Really, it kind of does look like a horror movie, you think about it. Well, it's not too scary. Oh, you think it would be scary, homeless encampments and all that. But this is a big building that you wouldn't see necessarily that's completely abandoned. So it's kind of fun. You are currently being recorded. Well, they do have somebody recording. Well, I'm recording you too, bitch, so fuck you. So yeah, this is like a weird little strip. Ow. Sorry, it's hurt my shoes because the gravel is so uneven and unkempt. So yeah, can you see this building? You can probably barely see it. See, I don't know where the hell we're going now. Car parts just hanging out. I always am fascinated by this shit, guys. I don't even know why. I know exactly where we are, but yet I've never been to this block because it's like you can only get here a certain way. But we're still very downtown. Doesn't feel like it. It feels like we're in the middle of the forest. But we are just downtown. And again, back then, this area was probably actually paved, and people used to have backyards here, I bet, or have streets here. But that's when the population was much higher. So another abandoned building. Brick's falling apart. Gets spooky like once it's like, okay, you walk here, there's no more light. I don't know, actually I don't know where we are. Shit, where are we? I know we're downtown. Probably can't see much of this. Big open field. And one of the churches again. Wow. Oh, I know where we are. Oof, you would have never guessed it. So through here, and then you're back downtown. So I was telling you about some of the abandoned buildings. Well, we just walked all along them and behind them. And so this is what you call the Great Circle. You probably can't see it, but there's an opening once you get up this hill. And you're back in the middle of downtown. See a little opening? And this is opening from a building that is hollowed out. I wish you could see all this. We'll take a look at some of this during the day too tomorrow. But you can see this is a hollowed out building. And this is how you find your way back downtown. Look at that. Dog's gonna check out what the fuck this is. You don't like strawberries? There's strawberries. You'll like them. He doesn't want to eat the strawberries. You can check that out. Yeah, I don't think you like this. That. Oh, that's somebody's shit. No. You're not going to be no shit muncher no more, boy. I ain't accepting that. I ain't tolerating that. I ain't tolerating that, boy. So yeah, this is the edge of downtown, where this is fully doing good. Well, before, all these buildings were dead, except this one in the middle. Again, another sign of life. There are a lot of little signs of life in Shreveport and signs of improvement. When I was last in Shreveport 2 years ago, I don't think this is filled. So that exists. But then you have Star Furniture Company, completely abandoned, as are many things. The dog loves it because there's a lot of grass. He can piss on it and just disrespect each and every city he goes to. That's so cool. Your dog's eyes just glowed in the dark. Yeah, he's actually a demonic dog. He's a follower of the Church of Satan. I think he's trying to get you lost. I think he is. He is. Yeah, he's always trying shit. See, you can hear yourself echo. Pretty cool. But I'll switch the light off, so you probably don't need it anymore. Hopefully we got it back. So yeah, again, old abandoned buildings, dude on a bike, very cool. Like I like. But again, there's so many beautiful buildings here that you can kind of gussy up, and they're not completely down and out. This is another example. Too bad you can't see much at night, guys, but oh well. You go get him. He sees it. He's all right. He saw a cat. Cat disappeared. And he's off. This is why the dog loves abandoned cities, because there are stray cats everywhere that he can chase. Where they going? I don't know where they went. Sorry, man. Sorry. Too slow, too fat. Too slow, too fat. You ain't shit. It's kind of cool. You got these random Asian statues here. Oh, hey, that's me. And this is interesting. This is a guy who's apparently an eccentric around town who refuses to sell his building, and everybody wants to buy it from him. And for some reason, he has this. Kind of cool. But he's supposed to be an eccentric character that's not doing anything with his building except putting in spooky things in the front. Here you got a car graveyard. This is kind of fun. State Trooper. Oh, Super Trooper. Oh, this is like a spoof. Super Trooper. Pretty cool. This is like an 80s. I don't know what the hell this is. Super Trooper. This is like a fake police car. What the fuck is this? This might be the most peculiar car graveyard I've ever seen. Yeah, the Super Trooper. You got some of the old 50s trucks. That was probably 1952, 53. Something like that. So I always think the car graveyards are kind of interesting. I've always been a car guy. And this is another one of them. A little Jeep. Sometimes he'll just stand and do nothing. Now we're not too far away from where I'm staying, but I'll point out a few more areas. This is a little lonely building that's still functional. And next door to it, it's kind of an interesting mural. So let's see if we can look at that, but there might not be enough light. Now you'll be able to see it. So there's been an effort to make some really cool street art. It's a shame it's kind of in abandoned areas, but this is a good example of some of the interesting murals that are all around the city if you walk. In enough places to try to figure out where they all are. But this one's kind of cool if you can see it. Yeah, it looks like you can see it. Frog prints. Let's try to get the light on. Cool, eh? So again, a lot of cool street art by J. Ben Moss. Uncommon. So that's the Shreveport Regional Arts Council that have been sponsoring that. Pretty cool. So again, a lot of cool hidden gems in the city. And this area is kind of pretty. You could, I don't know how much of you can't see that much of it, unfortunately, because it's so dark. But this area used to be really down and out, and now it's a lot of pretty gas lamps. And looks now, it's my foot dropping down. But hey, sorry, he's friendly. Hey. Sorry, what's going on? How you doing? Thanks for being nice to him. So yeah, you see some people. And we are back full circle. Now, literally full circle. We were in the backyard of this church that led to the homeless encampment. And now we are back in front of the church. I always love this old 1960s sign. That's kind of cool. So again, a lot of interesting, kind of cool places to check out here. If you want to go back, we can go back. We can see the encampment again. He wants to check it out one more time. I don't know why he loves going back here so much. Now we're going back to the same encampment that we just went to. He loves stairs. That's might be his favorite thing to do. He can go up these stairs. Whoa, stairs. He thinks I'm like saying there's something. So if I want to get him excited, I'll just scream random shit like skip-a-lie. And then he thinks there's a cat, but there's no actual cat. Oh Lord, I opened up a can of worms here. And we're back to this interesting encampment. See which direction he wants to go to. I think he's trying to get me lost. I don't disagree. I think he's... Yeah, I can't get lost here, though, because I know this city, but also we're in the middle of downtown, so it's impossible. I can just look up at the building and see which building I'm at and walk in that direction, so... But, yes, I think he always intentionally tries to get me lost. When we go hiking, we never go on the... he never wants to follow the trail, so we go way off trail. We always get lost, but he's very good at finding his way back. So I think he does it purposely, but no matter what, he can always find his way back. It's kind of like he wants to get me to a place where I can't find my way back, so I have to rely on that asshole so he can walk as much as he wants to. So there are a bunch of stray cats usually that are here, so you can see the stray cat bowls. So now the dog is getting excited because he sees a bunch of stray cat bowls, but he sees no stray cats. Sorry to disappoint you. The dog is upset. He's enraged. Alright, now we're getting out of the church. He knows this is a little cut where the fence is. Somebody retracted their message. I'm sorry. Well, if you want to put it up again. I mean, if you want to give me a death threat, give me a death threat. I'm ready for it because I'm about to kill myself. So don't retract your message. Untract it. Attract it, Baba. Baba Yaga. Baba Yaga. See you, man. And now we're probably coming up on our Airbnb. This has been a nice little hour walk. Not bad. Not bad at all. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I figured we wouldn't get a ton of people, considering that's midnight. But we'll take one last final look before we head into our Airbnb in the middle of it all. But we'll take a look at the art park. The trees are cool back here at nighttime. If I can get him to go this way. But he does not want to go that way. So I guess I'll go fuck myself. Because my dog's a dick. But I enable him. He's like my dog's like a heroin addict that I enable. Is there any other stray dogs there? No. We're going to go to Mexico, though, and we'll see a shit ton of them. And again, my dog is a dog that I found in Mexico. So expect me to go to Mexico in about 2 weeks. Give or take. We'll do San Antonio as well, your city. And we'll go from San Antonio. Well, damn, you're almost in Mexico once you're in San Antonio. We'll go to San Antonio and then Monterrey. And Monterrey. The Jewish way, Monterrey. That's pretty cleaned up, but we'll also see Nuevo Laredo, which is not. So this is a beautiful Zion temple, Jewish temple. No, did I get that wrong? Monterey. So this is cool. It's an old Jewish temple, and they're trying to revitalize it, and they slowly are, but easier said than done. And now we're coming up on our Airbnb, so we'll bid thee farewell. Dog has to go up here for some reason. I don't know what the hell he's doing. What the hell are you goddamn doing, boy? Have a great night, Dodge, and be safe out there. Thank you. Thank you for watching, Don. I appreciate it. Thanks for all your support and for tuning in this whole time. Damn, I hope I didn't bore you. I'm sure I bored the shit out of everybody. But thank you guys nonetheless for watching. Podcast about nothing. My dog's still sniffing around. So I guess we'll just watch him sniff. But I do love looking at this temple. It is pretty cool. No, dog's looking to take a dump, is my guess. Have a good night. You as well. Thank you for watching. I hope you subscribed. If you haven't subscribed to me before, please do so. I'm in desperate need. You guys have a membership, by the way. I just got membership. And I only have one tier. It's $30, but it's worth it. Because if you do $30, you get to be interviewed on my YouTube. So, that's pretty cool. Oh, now we only had 2 people. Well, screw you guys. Thank you for liking it. I appreciate it. And we're coming back in the Airbnb anyway, so probably a good time to say goodnight anyway. But very nice meeting you, Alfredo. You're probably gone by now. I'm just talking to 2 people. Who are you? Reveal yourself. You don't have to. I will find you. You don't have to reveal yourself because I will. Oh, now you disappeared? Now there's only one person? You knew I was talking about you. You know I've been watching you the entire time. One person watching. Just so you know. But thank you for watching, and thank you for being such a loyal fan. I appreciate it. But hey, the one person watching, we're coming up on our Airbnb. So we will, what time will you be on in the morning? Oh, thank you very much, Alfredo. I will be on, probably not until for 2 days. So we'll have, oh, hey, somebody's watching. Cool. So the dog is not ending this walk. I thought he would be, but he's not. Or maybe he is. We're going back to the park one last time. The park is cool. There is something fun that is fun to show. What you want to do? So yeah, that's where I'm staying. Right there. Kind of weird, but kind of fun. We'll say this area is more lit. Aloha from Maui. Wow, Maui, far away. The other island. Been to Hawaii, but it doesn't count because I've only been to like Diamond's Head and that bullshit. I went to something Pillbox that was more out there. That was fun. But other than that, Hawaii I don't know too well. I'd like to know Hawaii more. Hard to get to. Can't take a Greyhound. Oh, now we got 0. Well, you know what? I'll just talk to myself. Cool shoes. Thank you. I appreciate that. These are fun. Yeah, these are like vintage style. Spectator shoes is what they call them. I'm still here to sleeping and listening. Cool. Hopefully I could just help you go to sleep. I could just lull you to sleep with my boring monotones. But I'm gonna say get the fuck up because you're gonna want to see this shit. Look at these goddamn trees. Isn't that cool? So I knew the organization that worked with. I worked with the organization a little bit that helped get these trees, but I think this is kind of cool. 20 style, exactly, like 1920s through 1940s. Yes, with spectators. Some would call them spats, but spats would be a misnomer. Actually, be spectator shoes. But yeah, 20s is like that's the main time. Yeah, they'd be more 40s only because this is like me being a jerk, because the top would be brown and the middle would still be white, but this would be brown and this would be white. That would be the 20s. So it's like, where do the colors go? Cool. Glad you liked it. We'll probably sign off. Did a whole hour. Ain't much more to see. I thought we'd run into some characters today, but we've seen nobody. Oh well. Hope you still enjoyed the walk, and I do love this park. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like them. They are fun, aren't they? I can see if I could wrangle the dog home. He doesn't want to go home. You want to go this way? God damn it, boy. He wants to cross the street. Oh, he wants to take a drink of water. I don't know how he's not dead. He always drinks, like, gross sewage water. It's his favorite thing. Turn the freaking frogs gay. Where are you going? What are you doing? Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? Sometimes he just, like, stands there aimlessly. You know, like, all right, well, are we going back to where we're staying? Is that what we're doing? Okay. Got some cool food truck here. I need a dog sometimes this year. Not much shoe fashion Maui. No, but you have the cool Hawaiian shirts. And so I have some from like the 1940s that are fun. But no. In Maui, you don't really need to wear that many shoes because it's so comfy and nice. Fields of sand. Unlike Shreveport, where you're stepping on shit and needles all the time. But yes, dogs can be a great joy. They can also keep you out for a whole goddamn hour. But I think we both had a nice time. I got to know you, and I got to know Alfredo. Both pleasure meeting both of you. So yeah, it's not too many negatives. This is a cool dog statue, Dalmatian statue. And now I'm trying to wrangle the dog back, but he doesn't seem to want to leave. So fuck it. If he's out there, we'll do it live. I'll write it. We'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks. We'll do it live. He got scared. No, I'm just imitating Bill O'Reilly. Don't worry. Fear not. How old am I? I just turned 11 years old. And I just got a gig on Nickelodeon. I'll let you know how it goes. I'm kidding. I'm 33. Where are you at? Shreveport, Louisiana. That is where we are. That is where we walk to. And hey, we have 3 people watch. We had more watching them before, so maybe I won't end the stream. OMG, I remember that. Yeah. Well, right. There's that topical reference because they just made a documentary on Nickelodeon and all that jazz. And it was not good. Dan Schneider for president. That's what I say. Anyway, I'm kidding. Obviously, don't ever do that. That'll be a disaster. And this is where I'm staying, so I think the dog might be finally ready to call it a day. Let's see. If he goes towards the door, that means he's ready. If he does not, that means he is not. I'm 57. Cool. Time flies, I tell you. A train, it does. 33, time starts to fly more than it did before. It's a weird like transitional point. So 50 seems scary. Do you want to come or do you want to come? What do you want to do? Or not? Do you want to walk? Or are you just going to stand there? Sometimes he'll just stand there. Stare down. Stare down, stare down. What do you want to do? 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 How close is the train? Not far. The Amtrak doesn't go there, but there's a freight train. But just a freight train. Now he's happy, I can tell. He just wants me to pet him. He's ready to get inside. He's satisfied with his life. It's romantic, isn't it? With the freight train. You don't have that in Maui, do you? You almost get used to it, but it is cool. I remember when I started, because I'm from New York City, and so you don't really hear freight trains like that. So I even thought that was cool when I first went to this region. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. CMO, good getting to know you. Please do subscribe if you'd like to. And this is the Airbnb, or at least one floor. I'm on the very tippity top. But au revoir, guys. Thank you guys for watching. This is fun. Always carry doggy treats with me. Awesome. I admire that. There are probably a fair amount of strays, I'd imagine, in Maui. Just being that island community type vibe. I want to see your face, sure. It's not very secret. What's up? That's me. It is a cool place, isn't it? Glad you liked it. Oh, hey, God, the picture just got a million times. You know, look at how did the picture get so much better? That's some bullshit. Look at how much, I'm really angry that I wasn't filming with this type of picture. How much better? How did this happen? Like your yellow car, what kind of a car it is? It is a Chevy Camaro. It's like a revamp of the old Camaro. See, look how much better the picture is now. Well, you get a better view of this now than you did before, because the picture is about a million times better. Oh, hey, we can take a look at the car. Chevy Camaro. 2014. It's used and it's cheap as fuck, but it's fun. And I got all my crazy bumper stickers, including my dog. When will it be online again? Probably in 2 days. So let's connect. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna call it a day. Good getting to know you guys. Au revoir.